Welcome back to your Monday Sportscast. I'm Nick Bravo. Hogs took on LSU in their last home game of the season this past weekend, and the weather matched their Hogs' play. Cold. Both teams started the game off slow as the first two drives of the game all ended in punts. LSU on the fourth drive had a one-play, 40-yard touchdown that didn't do much for either team, as the next five drives would all end in punts as well. LSU would find the end zone once again, though, on a ground-and-pound attack led by Nick Brossette on a drive that lasted 7.5 minutes, capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run by Brossette. The teams would trade some more punts before Arkansas would recover a Joe Burrow fumble and return it back 24 yards to set up a Hog field goal before the half, putting the score at 14-3 heading into the half. LSU would score once again after half, following that up with a field goal, pushing their lead to 21. The Hogs would wake up in the fourth quarter with Story leading two long touchdown drives, both ending on a pass to Cheyenne O'Grady. O'Grady continued his good season with 6 catches for 75 yards and 2 scores, putting him at 359 yards and 6 touchdowns on the season. The running game that the Hogs have relied on for most of the season wasn't found, as they had 19 carries for 16 yards. The Hogs travel to Starkville, Mississippi this weekend to take on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Kickoff is set for 11 a.m. on ESPN. Moving on to the court, men's basketball started their season last Friday night in the Armed Force Classic against Texas in El Paso. The Hogs were underdogs as the starting lineup and team doesn't have a senior on the court at all. Gafford, a sophomore, led the team in points and rebounds, putting up a double-double with 20 and 12. The Hogs were down most of the contest, but the Longhorns fought their way back from a 9-point deficit at the start of the second half due to some clutch three-point shooting behind guards Isaiah Joe and Mason Jones, who shot a combined 7 of 14 from 3. The Hogs had the lead late in the game, but with 2 seconds left, Longhorn Kerwin Roach drained a 3 to tie the game up, sending it into overtime. Unfortunately for the Hogs, they were unable to reclaim the lead in OT, eventually losing 73-71. The Hogs played tonight against the UC Davis Aggies. Tip-off was at 7, and you can find the game on the SEC Alternate Network. Heading on over to the pitch, the Arkansas soccer team took on Little Rock in the first round of the NCAA tournament, taking them down with a final score of 5-1. Goals by Taylor Malum, Kayla McKeon, Tori Kanata, Stephanie Doyle, and Tyler Runnels all contributed to the largest margin of victory in an NCAA tournament game in school history. While the weather wasn't ideal and was very cold, the team was red hot, scoring all of those goals in the first half, coming off a performance where they only mustered 1 goal in the championship of the SEC tournament. The team is set to travel to North Carolina to take on the Virginia Tech Hokies in the second round. First kick is set for 1 p.m. and a television channel hasn't been announced yet. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for sports tonight. Be sure to follow us at UATV Sports for the latest sports updates. I'm Nick Bravo. When we come back, we'll take a look at tomorrow's weather. That's right, Ashlyn. Norovirus, also more commonly known as the stomach bug, is highly contagious and is spreading all around campus. Some of the symptoms that are include diarrhea and vomiting, not fun for anyone, and people of all ages can get infected with norovirus. Now, some ways that you can contract norovirus is direct contact with someone who is already infected with it, contaminated food, so consuming that, and then also touching contaminated surfaces such as doorknobs, shower handles, bathroom handles, anywhere it might stick. It can stay up there for up to 12 days. The only way to get rid of it is just to keep washing your hands and protect yourself. The directive communications for Pat Walker says it spreads very quickly and there's not much to do about it.
Yeah, so there is no vaccine for the norovirus. The best way to prevent norovirus really is to practice good respiratory hygiene. Definitely washing your hands frequently, preparing food safely and correctly.
So if you are sick, isolation and rest are the best things you can do for yourself, and you can arrange for meals to be brought to your dorm through the RA at a residence hall. Reporting for UATV, I'm Nick Bravo.